On the ill-fated continent of Ardra appeared their strongest, most horrible foe, who spurred not, but repeated destruction and slaughter. The Ashen King. His true identity was that of the first prince of Leonis, rumored to have been slain for betraying his homeland. Mont.
These accursed lands of Ardra. It is time they felt the endless power of the core crystals. And then...
What's happening?
all hatred and all despair shall be consigned to crystal and shattered!
Ashen King Mont's goal was to pour the immense magical energy he had taken from the core crystals into the veins of the earth and usher a crystallization that would bring the world to its end. He would then move on to the worlds beyond where Ardra existed, destroying them all and creating an ideal age of rebirth from their ashes. It was thus that he dubbed himself the Ashen King, which he proudly proclaimed before Lucio.
She was right. You're not him. You couldn't possibly be Mont. You are not my dear, irreplaceable friend. I wish you luck, not as a warrior of the crystals, but as your friend. Now, I must take my leave as well. My own mission calls.
Farewell, my friend. May we meet again.
So, stop laughing, Ashen King!
What?
Stop laughing! While wearing the face of my friend! You have no right!
Shaking off the memories of the Mont he shared deep friendship with in a different place and time, he valiantly challenges the Ashen King, so that he might fulfill his duty as a warrior of the crystals. However,
Lucio! 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 What do you think you're doing? Answer me! If this is a joke, it is not amusing in the slightest. Open your eyes. That's an order! Do you hear me? Lucio! 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 Please, open your eyes! Lucio!
the intense battle in which he risked his life proved to be in vain, and Ashen King was able to slip away. Lucio collapsed, having spent every ounce of strength within him. Jum's cries resound through the empty sky. All while the continent of Ardra fell deeper into its destructing, having reached a point where there was naught that could prevent the inevitable.
Lucio! Wake up!
This is bad. His magic is fading from his body. At this rate, he'll...
I won't let it come to that. He can still make it if I transfuse my magic to him.
Stop, you fool! If you do that now, you'll just be sealing both of your fates.
Veles, then what can we do?
We'll think of something. Is everyone else okay?
Dario is barely clinging to life as well, and is most certainly not okay.
Please, just leave me. This would have happened regardless.
What are you saying? Please, you must retain your presence of mind.
It is all right. Hurry. You all must find somewhere safe.
Lord Dario! Lord Dario!
Somewhere safe, he says. Nowhere in Ardra is safe anymore. Then our only choice is to flee to somewhere that isn't Ardra, right?
Do you mean to another world?
Do we have any other options? If so, out with it, and quickly!
Well, I was thinking more of what would become of Lord Dario and Shadowlynx, not us.
Duh, we'll take them with us! I mean, what else would we do? Jeez. Wait a minute, Raph. You know that's a rule we can't break, no matter what!
We have already interfered with another world's history far beyond the scope of what is usually permissible. Why, to add harboring humans within the far plane on top of that.
Ugh! Quit your whining, all of you! If it's not usually permissible, then this crazy situation should be a fine enough excuse. Better than leaving them here to die anyway. We're going! Right now! Right this second! Rafi? Save the lecture for later! Get moving, Perrine! Okay, hold on tight. I know you must be uneasy about this, but it'll be all right. I'll make sure of it. For both of you.
We are in your debt.
Oopsie, gotta make sure this is closed, huh? That was a close one.
I'm sorry that I couldn't save you all. I'm so sorry.
It's Lucio and Veles! Why, it's all the warriors of the crystals, Kappa! Has something happened, Kappa?
I'll fill everyone in on the details later. Sorry, but we need Eureka in here as soon as possible.
Eureka! Eureka! I think this is an emergency, Kappa! Lord Veles! Wait, what happened? Lord Lucio! Lord Lucio! No, this isn't happening! Please, hang in there, Lord Lucio!
Sorry for the fuss, Eureka, but could we, stay here for a little? Everyone's been through a lot.
Of course you can! You know you don't even need to ask! Let's get to work on everyone's wounds right away! Moogles! Bring some curatives, and prepare a warm room for them! The main hall should do, Kupo! I'll bring the potions and set up some beds, Kupo! It looks like there are a couple of humans here too, Kupo! We can't forget to prepare a meal for them, Kupo! I'll help too! Stay put here, everyone! We'll have everything ready shortly!
To seek refuge here was most insightful.
I feel bad for imposing on Eureka like this, but we'll be safe as long as we're here.
There are a lot of resources from all kinds of different worlds here, too. It's the perfect place to lay low.
Sorry for the wait. This way, everyone! This is our first time meeting, isn't it? I take it you must be Lady June, the one that was almost eaten by a shark.
I take it Lucio shared such a dull story. But forget about that. How is he?
Oh, don't worry about him. He's asleep upon my special-made, full-power pillow, Mr. Magical Recovery.
What exactly is this Mr. Magical Recovery?
Allow me to explain. It's a pillow-style medical apparatus that temporarily connects the magic used to maintain this castle through a bypass circuit. The apparatus intuitively reshapes itself to match whatever is placed on it, in this case, Lord Lucio's body, to allow for the most efficient recovery of one's magic. It's an extraordinary device, made ergonomically to run along the edges of the neck and shoulders without putting any strain on them.
And this will save Lucio?
Yes! But it's kind of designed only to help circumvent emergencies, meaning it can't be used as a constant, ongoing resource.
I understand. My thanks.
You are most welcome. Lord Lucio has helped me out a bunch, so it's the least I can do. And everyone else should be able to recover with the magic stored within the castle, so please, just rest for now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I had better check on Lord Dario and the others. She is such a good kid. I can see why Velas dotes on her, even if he takes it a little overboard sometimes.
While her aid is notable, if you had not made the decision when you did, it is very likely that neither Lucio, Dario, nor Shadowlynx would have made it. For that, I am grateful.
I owe you an apology, too. You were right. That wasn't the time to be so hung up on the rules. I'm sure Renan feels the same way. Sorry, Raph.
No need for thanks or apologies, seriously. But I suppose you goody-goodies wouldn't have been able to make that call, huh? Besides, I'm used to getting an earful from the Will of Light after doing stuff like this, so I guess that's just how it's gotta be.
Oh, this is just one of your things.
You shush! If you have time to be funny, then why don't you spend it getting some rest instead? Because that's what I'm going to do, and you'd better not wake me up.
Yeah, good night. You should sleep too, June. You really do look beat.
So do you. But yes, I am very tired.
Huh? I know I said to rest, but here? Who does that?
She couldn't help it, huh? All right, let's get her to bed. You grab her legs, Raph.
Fine. But you both owe me, big time.
So this is the Far Plane. To think such a place actually exists.
Lord Dario, are you sure you should be moving around?
Lynx, sorry to have worried you. I'm all right, at least for the time being.
If so, that is all well and good, but you should get as much rest as you can.
I would like to, but alas, just look at this mountain of tomes. Just how many could there possibly be, I wonder? I had read about this before. A castle in another world, where all kinds of writings from all time periods and places are gathered. I never dared to hope that I would one day see it with my own eyes.
I see. My apologies. I am too unlearned to appreciate such things.
So we've been thinking the same thing. As an academic, I can barely contain myself. Far too much temptation for me here, I'm afraid.
I could not agree more, though it does make me feel incorrigible in light of our current circumstances.
Oh, so this is where you've been. Do you both like books too?
I do. So much that if I could move my bedding in here and have meals delivered to me while I read to my heart's content, I most certainly would. I have heard that you came here from another world. But are these tomes yours, Lady Eureka?
Please, just call me Eureka. I collected some of these books, yes, but a lot of them were amassed thanks to the Moogles. Lord Velis gave me a lot of them as well. He always brings so many for me whenever he drops by.
I must say, I find myself rather envious.
Please, feel free to read as much as you'd like while you're here, Lord Dario. Oh, but do note, you can't take any of the books outside of the castle walls. Oh, and on that topic, you mustn't tell anyone about this place either.
It is as the young lady says, Lynx. We are not to speak a word of this place to any other. Understood?
Yes, Your Highness.
Shadow Lynx is a shinobi, and no one is more apt for keeping secrets than they are. Please, rest assured in that regard. As for myself, you have no need to worry, for I am not much longer for this life.
Oh, that's... I'm not sure what to say.
This matter is not something to be phrased in such a way. No wonder Eureka's having trouble responding.
That was unfair of me. Please, forget I said anything. At any rate, we will keep your secret safe. Neither of us shall tell a single soul.
I trust you, because no one who loves books could possibly be bad.
I'm glad to hear you say so. It seems we are kindred spirits, Lady Eureka. I mean, Eureka.
Let me reiterate, feel free to read to your heart's content while you're here. There are even more books in the other rooms.
Including those on history as well?
But of course! We have books of every genre you can imagine. Or at least that should be the case.
Why is it that you suddenly don't seem entirely sure of yourself?
In truth, there are just too many books here for the Moogles and myself to keep track of. Though, I have been thinking that we really need to properly organize them all, one of these days.
While you consider the logistics of such an endeavor, the new books you want to read just keep piling up. Is that not so?
Yeah, exactly that. Wow, it's so nice to know there are people out there who understand my hardships.
Good gracious. It would seem we really are three of a kind.
You too, Lord Astrius? Oh, I'm so happy! Oh, right. If it's history books you're looking for, they'll be in the next room.
On second thought, I will refrain for now. Our current situation does not lend itself to enjoying a good read at one's leisure.
Oh, I suppose that's true. Sorry about that. I shouldn't be getting excited at a time like this. Eureka! There you are, Kupo! Can you come with me, Kupo? Did something happen? You seem quite flustered. Well, we're in a bit of a pickle, Kupo.
Do not mind us. Please speak freely. Or if it is something you would rather we did not hear, we will happily excuse ourselves.
No, nothing like that, Kupo. If anything, it might be better if you did hear this, Kupo. In any case, tell us what's happened. So you know how the magic of this castle is being shared between all the warriors of the crystals right now, Kupo? Because of that, there isn't enough magic to go to the war down the reliquaries, and that's left them unstable, Kupo. What? Everyone was in worse shape than we imagined, Kupo. We didn't think they'd need so much magic, Kupo.
Reliquaries, you say? Is there more to this castle than what we see?
To put it shortly, there's a place in the castle called the Legendary Reliquaries, where certain precious things are sealed.
These reliquaries being unstable will result in what, exactly?
Simply put, monsters will show up, Kupo. Or should I say, they're already here, Kupo! You should have said that sooner! Oh, what should we do? Leave them to Lord Velis and the others?
No. If someone must deal with them, then allow me.
Lord Dario, you mustn't. It's too dangerous.
You heard the Moogle Lynx. The warriors of the crystals are more depleted than any of us had imagined. As such, it would be best if I handled this. After all, I made no contribution to our previous battle.
Do not think I would allow you to go alone. Having heard all that was just said, I will be joining you.
You should rest, Lord Astrius. You have faced the Ashen King already, and we will surely need to rely on that strength again in times to come. My apologies, Lynx, but could you accompany me?
I will fight by your side come hell or high water, should you command it.
Thank you. Come now, no need to fret. I'm not yet so weak as to be bested by rampant monsters. Now then, would you take us where we need to go, Eureka?
I do apologize for this, Lord Dario. I'm sure you went through just as much as the others to get here.
It is all right. I must return the favor of your generous hospitality after all. Moreover, I would rather have something to do than to be left alone with my thoughts for now.
Lord Dario.
It looks like there are no more monsters. It is good to know this frail body can still be of...
Lord Dario!
Are you alright?
Yes, no cause for concern. It was just a little cough.
Oh, okay then. Please, try not to overdo it.
I appreciate your concern, but as we spoke of earlier, my life is nearing its end. I suppose you could call it limitless magic that flows forth from within me seems to be eating away at my body.
You mustn't give up. There must be some kind of cure out there. There has to be. I know all kinds of books from all time periods and places are kept here, yes? Have you nothing regarding the medicinal arts? A book containing something that could treat Lord Dario's illness at its source, perhaps.
Please, stop, Lynx. This is not what one could call an illness.
True. I don't believe Lord Dario's symptoms could somehow be treated medically.
I see.
But if you're seeking a way to prolong his life...
Does such a thing exist? A way to save Lord Dario that isn't medicinal, I mean?
Well, let's see. One way is to house a crystal within his body.
A crystal within my body?
I've read about such a thing before. A person who gained the powers of a crystal by transplanting one within themselves. I was thinking that maybe a crystal could help Lord Dario cope with his vast magical energy.
And if we do that, Lord Dario needn't perish. Are you certain?
No, I'm not. It's not like I've actually seen it for myself. And even if it is possible, I can't possibly imagine it would be so easy. Housing a crystal within one's body would make them no longer human. They'd become something else entirely.
No longer human. I can tell what would happen after that. Even if I were to abandon my body as I know it, to temporarily prolong my life, as well as gain the ability to wield the magic of a crystal as I see fit. I imagine my body would not be able to withstand the crystal for very long. In the end, I would not be able to avoid my impending demise.
Which means it would serve no real purpose. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you false hope.
You have done nothing to warrant an apology. I know all too well that miracles are few and far between. Even so, I just cannot bear to see Lord Dario's life fade away like this.
Lynx, I appreciate how deeply you care for me.
Please forgive me. To say such a thing in your presence is unseemly.
It is fine, I assure you. Enough about me. Shall we head back? The Mughals were in a panic earlier. We should go and put their minds at ease.
You're right. This is the way back. Please watch your step.
To abandon one's humanity to obtain power.
You get out of my sight! Get lost! And never come back! Ah! What happened to me? Where am I? Have I fallen into another world again?
Well, you're right about it being another world, the far plane to be exact. But you've been here before, Kupo.
Huh?
You've come too, Kupo. What a relief, Kupo.
A Moogle? Does that mean we're in the castle on the far plane where Eureka lives?
Yep, Kupo. The other warriors of the crystal are here too, taking refuge for a time, Kupo. You were by far the most wiped out. We thought you might not make it. So we used this medical apparatus that Eureka made, Kupo.
I see. Wait a second. You just said the others are taking refuge, right? We were in Ardra. But the Ashen King, Mont, I mean, he sought to submerge the entire continent into the ocean. So what of Ardra now? Please, tell me what you know!
I have no idea about that, Kupo. I was only told to see to your care, Kupo. For now, you should focus on resting your body rather than overworking your mind, Kupo. Why don't you lie back down, Kupo?
My thanks, but there is no need for concern. I'm quite all right now.
Where do you think you're going, Kupo? You've only just come to, Kupo. Be a good boy and stay put, Kupo.
Really, I'm okay. I don't suppose you could just leave me be?
No can do, Kupo. Eureka is counting on me to look after you, Kupo.
Forgive me, but I would like some time to myself, please.
Kupo. This won't do at all, Kupo. I should tell the others that he's awake, Kupo.
Dario sure is taking his time. I knew I should have gone with him.
What about Dario?
June, nothing. Do not mind me. Instead, may I ask, are you feeling all right now?
You believe me so fragile. I feel well enough after a bit of sleep. That is enough for me. I grew weary of Satia's pushes to have me sleep more, so I fled here.
Fair enough. I'll take your word for it.
I had something I wanted to ask as well. The Mughals appear to be making quite a fuss. Do you have any idea why?
It seems some trouble came up, but Eureka and the others are seeing to it now.
What bad timing, Kupo! Where has Eureka run off to, Kupo?
If you're looking for her, she should be checking in on the legendary reliquaries. If I recall correctly, she said they were unstable.
Wait, really, Kupo? Ugh, there's problems everywhere I look, Kupo. I'm throwing in the towel, Kupo.
Everywhere you look? Has some other trouble arisen?
I don't know about trouble, but Lucio is awake, Kupo.
He's what? Is he okay?
He himself said that there's nothing to worry about, Kupo. But still, he just wandered off somewhere on his own, Kupo.
On his own? That Lucio, what does he think he's doing?
Perhaps we should tell the others about this.
No need. I will look for him. Everyone is busy with their recovery. I'd rather not burden them with anything else.
The same could be said about you and the need for recovery, but... Very well. If you intend to search for him, allow me to join you. And save your breath if you are thinking of protesting. For whatever reason, it seems that I am cut from a different cloth than the warriors of the crystals. I've recovered fully already. In truth, I had more time on my hands than I knew what to do with.
Very well then, come with me. Little Moogle, could you let Eureka know what's going on?
Of course, Kupo. I appreciate the help, Kupo.
Yeah! Yeah! Damn it! Stop overthinking it! He is not the Mont I know! He's another person entirely! I was unable to save Ardra! And not only that, I fought with such a shameful, hate-filled heart! I'm not fit to be a warrior of the crystals! Huh? Lady Jum!
What are you doing here, Lucio?
Not exactly training, by the looks of it. At least he is clearly capable of being on his feet again.
You were here too, Astrius? Did the Mughals ask you to find me?
Just so. Though none of us expected you to be acting so foolish after just waking up.
Foolish, you say? That is exactly right. I am a fool. A damned fool! What kind of warrior of the Light Crystal am I? I failed to stop the Ashen King! I failed to save anyone. I failed to overcome my own weakness. I am a fool. Truly. If only I were stronger. If only I tempered my spirit and skills further, then I could have...
I recall saying this before, but you do need to look at things with a broader perspective, Lucio. I am well aware that I'm not one to be lecturing you on such things, but I am more learned than you. Not of myself or the experiences of the Astrius that came before me, but the history of days past.
The history of days past?
Yes. There are those regarded as heroes and mighty kings within the annals of history, that is certain. But not a single one of them was able to make their great achievements alone. In the shadow of their accomplishments, there's always a swell brought forth by nameless others. A process to building their legacies, if you will. That is the essence of history. As such, thinking as if you could possibly save everything and anything single-handedly is nothing short of vanity.
Then what of the Ashen King? He single-handedly destroyed these legacies you say were built. He even went as far as declaring that he would become a god.
You're right. And that is precisely why I cannot allow him to get away with this. The things he is doing and plans to do are not more than a desecration of history. Which is why, Lucio, if you intend to fix everything on your own, then you are no different from the Ashen King.
I'm no different from him?
The Astrius who existed before I was reborn. He took everything upon himself and ultimately failed, did he not? I say this purely from the heart, but do not tread the same path.
What should I have done then? What choice did I have than be stronger? Damn it! Damn it all!
We understand. And there is some truth to what you said. So, I will give you a blade to talk to for as long as it takes you to sort this out. Now, come at me.
Wait a minute, Jum.
It's fine. If words will not sway him, then there is naught else to do. Do not hold back. I won't be giving you that luxury, so prepare yourself.
That's enough. The match is over, Jum. Lower your blade.
You truly are strong, Lady Jum. And yet
I am, yes. According to Veles, it is a natural gift.
A natural gift? You mean that you're not like me? In any way?
Not just me. Veles, Perrine, Renan, Rulgia, Satya. And even Raph as well, though it brings me no pleasure saying it. We're all strong. We possess a different strength than you. As does Astrius.
Yes, I know. It's painfully clear at this point. In other words, I will always be a fledgling. Unfit to call myself a warrior of the crystals.
Do not jump to conclusions. Not once did I say you were weak, Lucio. I merely said that everyone possesses a strength that is different from yours. And the same applies to you.
What?
You have a strength that differs from mine and the others. One that is yours alone. There's no place for weaklings within the Warriors of the Crystals. My stance on this hasn't changed. But you are no longer weak, Lucio. And I count on you and your strength.
Lady Jum.
That's why you should rely on us more too. If the power of different strengths converge, it becomes a new strength entirely. What's so funny?
For the record, that was the Astrius within, not me.
A rather convenient excuse.
Oh, don't be like that. Yet our foe is one who dealt the warriors of the crystals, all just as strong as Jum describes them to be, a bitter defeat. What are we to do about such a monster of an enemy?
Indeed. We cannot allow our defeat to go unanswered. We'll win this in the end, no matter what. And to see that happen, we need your strength, Lucio. If you're with us, then stand and lend us that strength.
I will try.